Streets of San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Karl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars William Watson, Judy Ann Elder, Mark Miller. Tonight's episode, No Badge for Benji.
Hey, good looking?
Cool out now. Got no time for love talk. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing it. What's happening?
A lot of heartbreak out there on the street.
Always is.
I hear some folks gonna get well real soon. Canetti, the doctor?
I didn't hear that, brother.
That's cool. See you later, sport. Evening, Jenny. Evening, Cindy.
Hi, Benji.
What you doing out here this time of night?
We've been to the movies.
Bet your mama don't know you're coming back this way, does she?
No.
Well, I think I just better take you both home, huh? This ain't no place for little ladies after dark. Mrs. Torelli, how's my pretty girl?
No use kicking about it, Benji.
Is that cat still in your house? What's his name, Hayes?
Yeah, but only until the end of the week. Then he goes, him and all his complaints. You know, I went to clean his room while he was out. And what do you think? He's got a brand new color TV. And a radio, he can even hear Europe on it. And new suits. On his salary, there's gotta be trouble. Better he's gone, Benji.
Oh, maybe.
I know. And the way he keeps looking at the widow on the 3rd floor. Believe me, I know, Benji.
Oh, man's nature is a powerful thing.
You can keep it.
Hello. I'd like to speak to Mr. D. Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, the weapon was a hunting knife, 8-inch blade, handle made of elkhorn, picked up less than a block away.
Yeah, he was a big shot with connections. Japanese, Kenji Shimada, age 42, also known as Victor on his passport.
Hey, Steve, Phil Terrani, the examiner.
Phil, yeah, good morning. How you doing?
I'd be a lot better if you could feed me something on the Shimada killing, huh?
Well, we really don't have much yet, Phil, huh? Maybe later?
Oh, it's just 4 days. You gotta have something, huh?
He arrived from Tokyo via Honolulu on the 11th. Plane came in at 3:45 p.m. He checked into the Fairmont at 4:15. Stayed in his room till 7 o'clock. Then he went out and was found murdered at the corner of Tracy and Hyde at 12:05
Come on, I got all that.
Phil, you got what I got.
Yeah, but the guys upstairs think there's something more.
No kidding, really.
Come on, Steve. The VP of Aikido Industries buying up American companies like Jelly Beans. And you still figure it's a mugging?
Wallet was gone, watches, rings, that's what it looked like. I'll talk to you later, okay? Who's that?
Armbruster.
Hi, the mayor's office?
Yeah, the mayor's office. How come it's different when an ordinary guy gets killed?
Right.
What do you got?
Well, I'm not sure yet. Do you know that guy Benson?
You mean the guy who owns the company Shimada was going to take over?
Right. Now, did he tell you he went to Tokyo last summer?
Yeah, he told me.
That he took his mother with him?
His mother? No.
That he didn't tell you that she owns the majority of stock in his company? Or that he opposed the takeover by Shimada's group, but old Mom sold the company out from under him?
No. You get that from Tokyo?
Yeah. Listen, it even gets better. It seems that Shimada was here mainly because there were a few questions about financial irregularity in Benson's company.
Oh, no, wait a minute now. He did say that he just got back from Boston, where he talked over some business with his bank. His mother lived there by any chance?
That's right.
Well, then we better get on the horn of that bank.
Well, the accounts executive's name is Morgan. He's getting all the records together. Boston PD will put it on the wire.
What about the mother?
She's with a couple of guys now, a Sergeant Bradley and an Inspector Paranowski.
Well, you got out of the blocks pretty early this morning, didn't you?
It wasn't too bad, really. 5 a.m. here. It's already 8 in the morning in Boston, 10 at night in Tokyo. Handled it all with the comforts of a bedside phone.
A bedside phone?
Yeah.
Whose bed?
No.
Come on, huh? Listen, I've been trying to get you since 7:30 this morning.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, buddy boy, that's fine. But I tell you, I really think that's a good idea.
Good morning, officers.
Good morning.
Crunch time again, huh?
That's right, Didini. Tell me, what chance is there of getting a transfer into narco with you for a couple of weeks?
I'm sorry, kid. Maybe get a little more experience. Hey, Steve, you know a guy named Hoskins, don't you?
BENJY Hoskins, sure do.
Yeah, the street hustler. Have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't seen him in a while. Why?
Somebody just tried to take him out. I thought you might have heard something.
No. What happened?
He was trying to call me from a booth near Columbus and Union, and he got blasted right through the glass.
Is it bad?
He's holding his own. He's at the General Hospital. I'm on my way there now. If you hear anything at all, let me know, will you?
Okay.
Mike, see you.
Yeah. BENJY Hoskins, huh? Real smart old guy, street smart. Never figured he'd get hit.
Did he ever do anything for you?
No. I see him work around here with the fellas from time to time. How did you come across him?
I was working black and whites. There was this kid, about 10, 11 years old. He had a gun under his mattress, waiting for his stepfather to come home. And BENJY told me about it, so it wouldn't happen.
I see.
There's a lot of things that didn't happen because of BENJY.
That's what I heard.
Listen, would you mind after I take care of this Boston stuff?
Wait a minute. Do you think I'm going to sit back and watch you crack this case open? With half a city hall looking over my shoulder? Never. Now, you get your tail over to that hospital, and I'll follow up on Benson.
Excuse me, my name is Stephen Keller. I'm a friend of BENJY's. Just want to see how he is.
That's how he is.
Are you a relative?
I'm his daughter.
Sorry, I didn't know he had a family.
You were such good buddies, he confided everything in you, right? The doctor says the bullets are out. But there's a lot of him shot up inside, I know that. I've seen people shot up on the streets before. I know the look.
Well, they do good work here. They put together a lot of guys in bad shape.
How do you know my father?
We worked together a while back.
You a cop?
Yes.
You friends enough to find out who shot him?
We're working on it.
Didn't say we, said you.
Steve, you got something?
No, I just thought I'd stop by. You met Sergeant Dedini?
We've already met.
How's he doing?
Fine.
I found these things in his pockets. I'll leave them here. Have you seen these before? Could be telephone numbers. Are you sure? There's blood on them, but maybe the lab can read them, huh?
Milt, may I talk to you outside for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Some dads are good. Some dads are grand, but you're the best dad in the whole dead land.
Daddy.
How you doing, baby?
Look, you want this case, you got it.
Milt, I'm not saying that.
All
I'm
right,
just saying the lady...
Okay? But the way she talks, there's nothing else to worry about but her old man.
She cares, that's all. She just cares.
So do I. He's a good stoolie. I hope he still is.
He just woke up.
Don't worry, baby. I'll be all right. Steve, how you keeping, man?
Okay, Benji, okay.
How you like my little girl?
Terrific. She is just terrific.
Yeah, terrific. Not like an ugly old man, huh? Showed her the way to go, and she went. Oh.
You sound like a proud daddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Benji, who hit you?
I don't know for sure, Mel.
You called me. Why?
Big deal going down. Heard a number. Guess they spotted me.
Did you write it down here? Did you write it down
I'm
here?
sorry, please. You'll have to leave.
Benji, which number was it?
Can't you hear? Leave it
Which
alone.
number was it?
Done
Benji?
enough.
Miss Hoskins, he really should be alone now. Oh, you've been up a long time. Why don't you go on home? We'll call you about his progress.
Well, what do you think?
Whatever he heard must have been awful heavy.
I'm not sure I'd buy it.
The 4 bullet holes sell me, Milt.
A guy like that makes a lot of enemies. Maybe he's telling us a story to make himself a big man.
You a real angel, baby. He gets all shot up doing you a favor, and you give him nothing but spit.
Look, I'm sorry.
So was Judas.
Miss Hoskins, I didn't mean it that way. If you took it that way, I apologize to you.
I took it like it came, mister.
I'm going to run these numbers through the lab. Maybe they can make them out.
Tell me, that's no way to handle the man.
No, you tell me.
Right.
Black and white get you here? I'll take you home. It's cheaper than a cab.
I can pay my own way.
I'm sure you usually do.
So? You're still breathing. You talk to Kennedy?
Yeah, he ain't happy.
Well, he's just gonna have to wait. There's at least 2 dudes in there that I know gotta be fellas.
I don't know. A man like Victor Shimada, been around, knows how to handle himself. It seems that nothing is enough anymore. You've got to be on your guard all the time. I mean, what happens in our streets today, it's terrible. I mean, it's...
I know how you feel, Mr. Benson. And I also know that you're a very busy man, so if I can just ask you a few of these questions again, please.
Sure, I'm sorry.
You said that you had dinner with Shimada at Lucio's, and that while you were there, nothing unusual happened.
That's right.
And you went home around 9:30?
Yes, he was bushed from his trip. He wanted to get some rest.
I see. And you dropped him off at his hotel?
No. I just wish that I had. He insisted on taking a cab.
You went straight home?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
Not at all. And I only hope you catch the man who did it.
Well, if it's any comfort to you, we've got half the department working on it.
It's a nice place.
Surprised?
Should I be?
Oh, come on. Daughter of a street hustler living uptown, working a legit job and going to night school?
Well, I'd say it's against the odds, if that's what you mean, yeah.
5 to 1 against it, baby. Kids I grew up with, like Felicia and Mary Ann, Marty, and Big Alice. They're all dead, in jail, or on parole. Good kids, except they didn't have a father to push them, chase them, to love them out of trouble. Get out of the alley, he kept saying. I'll help you. And he did.
Yeah. He's quite a guy.
Just another street bum. A stool pigeon, right? That's what you called him.
No, I call him Benji.
Thanks for the ride.
Listen, Vi, there's something I gotta tell you. If I could help, I would. But I work on homicides, and I've got a rough case right now with a lot of pressure to crack it.
Sure. I understand.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Here's your glasses, Mike. Good. How's Benji?
He's gonna be okay. Really hurts, though, to see a guy like that chopped up.
I saw Benson again.
Yeah? Yeah?
Step inside.
Well, you got something?
Mm-hmm. I got the same feeling you got. He said that he had dinner with Shimada at Lucio's and they broke up around 9:30.
That's right. Benson went home in his limo and Shimada took a cab, right?
Mm-hmm. It was Benson's party, and yet he lets his guests go home in a cab. Did you check that out?
Doorman at Lucio's says that's what happened.
Could he have been greased?
No, he's not the type.
Hey, Mike, you know a guy named Cappy, Bayview Towers?
Yeah, pushes a broom.
Well, he's pushing something else right now. Said he recognized Shimada's picture in the morning paper.
Recognize how?
I saw him leave one of the apartments last night, 11:45.
Where is he now?
Call from a phone booth, Chestnut and Hyde. Give you 10 minutes for a return call.
Get on that phone.
Okay.
Tell him you're on our way.
Wherever he was, we'll get him. The nurse gave us a good description.
Where were the guards?
There weren't any guards.
You left him here alone.
There was no reason to believe they'd try for him again. His father was in the...
Was not that important?
Was not under any threat.
None of you really care, do you? You say you do, but you don't.
Look, Miss Hoskins, I've only got so many people to cover this entire city.
Sergeant, I don't want to hear your problems. I know your problems. It's a big town, a big job, okay? But if a big man gets burned, anybody with any juice, you've got cops tripping on cops to find out what happened, right?
$16G, you're sure?
Come on, Mike. I told you. It's a nest. 3 girls working it. I've been checking the action maybe 8, 10 months now.
Shimada came here last night?
Like I told you, Dame comes in at 9:30. He comes in at 9:45. He goes home at 11:45. She goes home at 12.
Came by cab?
Yeah.
Leave the same way?
Limo.
A limo? Okay. Who was the gal?
Look, Mike, I take a big chance just talking to you, you know? I mean, anyone sees me, you know, I could get a jacket, get it banged up pretty bad.
You called me, Cappy.
Yeah. Look, I got this friend up on a bum rap, making a little book. He gets hassled, you know what I mean?
What's his name?
Bernstein, Bobby Bernstein.
I'm making no promises.
Mike, I know, you're here. That's all I need.
I'm still listening.
Mary Cantrell, 2911 Taylor.
You got that?
You got Bernstein, too? Oh. Good seeing you, Mike.
You too, Cappy.
He's really a charmer.
So he asked for a favor. They all do.
You know, Benji never asked for anything. Just gave.
I guess Dooley's come in all shapes and sizes, buddy boy. Just like cops. What was that address again?
2911 Taylor.
2911. Let's go.
Try to locate Dr. Kmart. I'd like him for consultation. I'm sorry, Miss Hoskins. There's still no change.
So you do know Miss Cantrell?
Yes, well,
And you arranged a little dinner party for Shimada. You picked him up at 11:45 after telling your chauffeur you wouldn't be needing him anymore for the evening. It takes 18 minutes to go from the Bayview Apartments to the corner of Tracy and Hyde. 5 minutes after that, Shimada is found knifed to death.
Lieutenant, I have to ask again. Are you going to make a charge?
I'm going to have to ask your client again, Mr. Marston. And this time I suggest he think over his answer carefully before he gives it to me. Mr. Benson, you're a hunter. Do you have a hunting knife with an elkhorn handle?
Lieutenant, I'd like a word with my client alone, please.
I'd like a word with him myself, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to give him to the DA's office now.
Excuse me. So how you doing?
Well, I hit him with that bank report on the missing funds.
Yeah?
He began to sweat. And when that girl waltzed across here, he had it. He turned every color of the rainbow. That was it. Finish.
Was he our man?
Well, without that company, he was nothing, and he knew it. He took a gamble. Not much of a guy. No wonder his mother didn't trust him with the company.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
That was Didini. Thought you'd want to know. That old guy, Benji, they took another crack at him.
In the hospital?
Yeah. Guy got away. Benji's in intensive care.
Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Catch a man?
Yeah.
Good.
Fine.
Tell me something. Tell me how a raggedy old black man could ever get the idea that he was helping the police with what he did. How could he get the idea that they cared? How could he let himself die for a crazy idea like that?
Police, I'd like to use your phone, please. Mike? Yeah. Listen, find Dedini for me, will you? Tell him I want everything he's got on this thing with Benji. Yeah. Just now.
He just never really got out of the alley. Scuffed all of his life. Paid his dues. But by the time he got straight, it was too late to change.
Listen, you sure you want to go home? Maybe you ought to stay with some friends.
I've got arrangements to make. The church, funeral.
Bye. Bye, not yet. All right, you got to give me a few hours. Now, I got the hospital queued, and if anybody asks, Benji's still in intensive care.
You really think they'll come back?
It's worth a try.
So now he gets police protection after he's dead.
Bye, please. We got a good description from the nurse. Dedini's checking out those phone numbers. We're doing everything we can. Just need a few hours. Okay? Listen, one of the numbers Dedini checked out is to a guy named Hayes, a Larry Hayes. Now, do you ever remember your father mentioning his name?
No.
What about an address on Kearney? 1145 Kearney.
No. Could he be the man?
It's a possibility, yeah. You gonna be all right?
I've done my crying.
Hayes is 28, single. No record except for a few traffic violations.
What does he do?
He's a clerk at Vanguard Freight down on the pier. Been there 4 years, 3 months. Performance is reliable, no trouble.
Who is this, Hayes?
Yeah.
But what about women and booze?
He plays the field. And the pony's when he's got the bread. Booze, no problem.
Well, what else? You talked to the landlady?
I tried. Mrs. Torelli, she wasn't in.
How'd Benji get the number? You overhear it?
That's what he said. But they could have been given to him.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
It's a thought.
You're saying he worked for them and he got crossed?
It's happened before.
Oh, Milt, will you come on?
No, you come on. Okay, he's dead, that's tough. But don't tell me it's not possible. A stoolie is out for himself, period. And Hoskins wasn't any different.
I think he was.
Now, Steve.
Just a minute, Mike. You check his rap sheet?
I bet it's a mile long.
That's right, small stuff. Grocery heist, running numbers, con games. When he was a kid.
So?
So you tell me, when's the last time he got busted?
Couple of months?
Try 12 years. That's right, man. He's been clean for 12 years, and all that time he's been working for us. He even gets nailed phoning in a tip, and what does he get for it, huh? There's no badge for Benji. So I don't see him being some kind of dirty name, you know?
Okay. You put it that way? I'm sorry.
Hey. Look, you gonna take Hayes?
Am I still on it?
Benji called you, so I guess he thought you were the right man for the job.
Okay. Okay, I'll check out these numbers. If anything worthwhile, I'll let you know. Good.
I know. Rule 1, you gotta keep your fists in your pockets and feelings out of the way. But I feel better. It's off my chest, okay?
You got it off your chest.
Yeah.
I think I'd better get off my duff now, huh?
Yes, operator. I'd like the number for Mr. Larry Hayes, 1145 Kearney.
Yeah. Hello?
Larry Hayes?
That's right. Who's this?
Vi Hoskins.
Who? Hold on a second. All right, now what was that?
I said this is Vi Hoskins. Come on, baby, you know who I am.
Who says?
Listen, my old man died an hour ago. But if you call the hospital, they'll give you some jive about his still hanging in there. I'm filling you in to show you I'm straight.
Lady, I think you got the wrong number.
No way. My daddy gave me this number, you dig? That's how I'm on to you. And he gave me some other stuff, too, like names, dates, places.
All right, now look, I don't know what's going down here.
Don't jive me, baby. I got folks who'll pay for what Benji gave me. Like the other side of the street he worked, you dig?
Has this got something to do with the cops?
It's got to do with you, baby. And me. I want a taste. No reason my daddy had to die for nothing. Now here's my number. You write it down and get back to me.
555-7214.
Lady, I don't know what you're talking about. This is Hayes. I think I just might have something for you guys. Yeah? Haven't done anything wrong.
Well, then you don't have anything to worry about, Hayes.
And in just a second, you guys can come busting in here.
I don't see anything busted.
Hey, you still working at the freight line?
That's right. And would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Could be about narcotics. But all we got right now is murder.
What?
How well do you know Benji Hoskins?
Hoskins?
Nice color set. Large screen. Must have cost a bundle. How'd you pay for it, time or cash?
Just a second.
Look at this stereo set, Steve. How can a man who makes $94.50 a week afford such goodies? Maybe you got something going for you on the side, huh?
All right, now hold it. I am clean. I don't know what you guys are looking for, but I'm clean.
Play the ponies too, huh? Steve, check out these numbers for the ones we've got.
No, it's none of these.
Look, if you guys want to search this place...
This is Vi Hoskins' number.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Who killed Benji?
Not me. I didn't even know the guy was dead until she called. Look, I don't know anything. I just passed on some information.
Like what?
We've got this freighter. It's called Star of the East. It goes to the Orient and back. It stops at 17 ports. This guy just wanted to know the hours it picked up and stopped, that's all.
You didn't know that it was picking up narcotics all over the place, did you?
No!
All right. Now, what about Vi Hoskins?
Nothing! I've never met her. I've never seen her. I just got this call out of nowhere. I got this stupid call.
When was that?
Just before you guys got here. 2 minutes.
What'd she call for?
She said she had some names she wanted to pay off.
Hey, you're lying, man.
I'm not lying. It's the truth. She said her old man had died and she wanted a piece of the action.
You're lying. Truth, man. You said it. And she wouldn't have said it, Mike.
Steve! Did you tell her about him?
Yeah. I gave her the name and address, yeah.
That's all right. Police. She won't need you anymore. Pull out.
All right, where are you going?
Out. That against the law?
Look, we've got Hayes. We know you talked to him, but what I have to find out from you is why.
Because he could lead me to the man who killed my father.
What did you plan to do when you saw that man, Miss Hoskins? Kick him in the shins?
I don't have to tell you anything. You can't stop me.
We can now. Where'd you get this?
You can get anything, anywhere, if you pay for it.
My name is Stone, Mike Stone. I never met your father. But from everything I've heard, I'm sure he didn't teach you that.
No. But I want that man to pay.
Vi, we do too, and we'll get him.
I've heard that number before.
Not from me, you haven't. All right, you called him, you gave him the message, then what happened?
Somebody else called me back. He didn't say who he was, just that he'd meet me.
Where?
The corner of Sacramento and Battery. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Get a policewoman set up a stakeout?
Not enough time.
Then let me do it.
It's too dangerous.
He knows who I am, why I want to meet him. He'll call again and I'll go. When you're not around.
Now, you listen to me, young lady.
Please, Mr. Stone, I know the risks. I don't care. I want that man caught now.
Steve? Okay. We're gonna need help. I'll see if I can raise the dinghy. We'll need another cab.
We're a couple of blocks away, Dedini. Where did you land?
Sacramento and Battery, northwest corner.
You can stop at the next intersection.
Get set.
There's Vi.
There's the Dini. Pull over.
Hi there.
I'm waiting for someone.
Me too. Let's walk, Miss Hoskins.
She's made the meet. One guy.
Wait a minute.
I think he's made us.
Move it out.
Who's to play?
Circle around. We'll cover. She's in a yellow coupe, Ford. California license 871, Frank K. Love. Headed north on Sansom. Just turn north on Commercial. Pull over here.
Okay, honey, just hang loose. Have a nice trip.
They made a switch. She's in a blue wagon. We'll follow it. You grab the guy in the yellow coupe. He's still on Commercial.
Put your hand in the roof! Don't move! You guys crazy? What's the matter?
Watch the light. Stay close. Lost him. Well, we shouldn't have let her go alone. Let's grab the guy back there. Come on.
You had it on him, Mike. Want a bet at matches?
It ain't mine. He planted it.
Yeah.
Where'd your friend take the girl, huh?
What girl?
Where is she? Steve.
Now listen. This gun's got you tied into one murder already. If anything happens to that girl, I promise you, you're never going to see the light of day. Now, where are they?
A deal. What about a deal?
Keep talking.
He took her to Canetti's warehouse.
Canetti, he's a big man. Let's go.
What warehouse?
On the docks, number 46.
46, Andy, here. Get on the horn for more support. You take him.
I'll take him.
46.
Up against the roof. Up against the roof.
So, your old man gave you Hayes' number.
That's right, Mr. Canetti.
What else did he give you?
I haven't heard any offers yet.
You people are something else. Your old man working with the cops, and now you're working to make some bread off his corpse.
Yeah. We people have got to make it where we can, don't we?
You know, I'm sorry. You're a nice-looking broad.
Okay, take it easy.
Mike! No, don't shoot! Somebody stop her! You're out of the alley, so stay out.
Did you see that? She tried to kill me. I tell you, the broad's crazy. She's really bananas. You have a right to remain silent.
Yeah, but she...
I think this would be a good time for you to start making use of it.
Thanks for coming.
I'll be back from time to time. He was a man. Well, he's a man I want to remember.
Did you hear what he said, Sergeant Tadini?
Yes.
He meant it, didn't he?
He sure did.
San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Carl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars Barry Sullivan, Glenn Corbett, John Larch, Kaz Garris, special guest star Catherine Justice. Tonight's episode, Inferno.
morning.
Good morning.
What'll you have?
Chili and a lot of crackers.
For breakfast?
Yep, gets the juices flowing.
It's your stomach.
Where's Pop?
Gone fishing. Be back tomorrow.
Then you must be his son.
That's why I'm here.
Well, you tell him Mike Stone came by, will you?
Yeah.
I used to walk a beat out here. This morning when I got up and felt that breeze coming off the water good and cold, I thought of Pop's chili, good and hot. Yeah, this chili got me through a lot of cold mornings, I can tell you that. You make it?
That's right.
Needs more onions.
No wonder cops are losing public support.
And this is arson?
Maybe. Where's Harry? You seen him?
No, he's over there. Oh. All right, come on, everybody, please stand back.
Harry, when it start?
Second floor, as near as we can tell. But it's linked up to the third and already burned through to the first.
Did you get the 3 alarms yet?
Yeah, I'll bet we get to 4 pretty soon.
What about that smoke?
White, then black. One of the men thought he smelled combustibles. Jacko, take over here. I'm going in. I'll let you know what I find inside. Okay. Andy Doggy's on the rig.
Get it going.
Here, give him to me. I'll take him.
We're on the second floor now. Looks like it's about the caves.
Is there any hot spots, Harry?
3 of them. And I can still smell the gasoline. It's a torch job, Jacko.
Okay. Get out of there, Harry.
I'm trying, believe me. One of our boys is hurt in here. Better go to 4 alarms.
Harry, get out of there.
in there.
I know. It's too late.
Hold those lines. Open that roof. Get those people out of here. Second floor, over here. Division 2. Tell them we got 4 alive. Get an ambulance.
How's that?
Oh, is that even?
It's even.
How's the back?
Get yourself out of that pincushion. We got work to do.
My 1 day off.
It was your day off. Pick up your things.
Thanks, it's not sounding too good. I'll have to do it another time.
It's your hurry, not mine.
What do you got?
Fire.
What, arson?
Looks that way.
Somebody go up with it?
2 firemen. One of them was Harry Firpo.
Firpo. Is that your poker buddy?
Mm-hmm. My old poker buddy. He was a good man.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Whoever lit that blaze is going to be a lot sorrier, I can tell you that. Come on. 4 fires in 6 weeks, off warehouses and heavily insured. And the victims were all wide-eyed and innocent.
Just one guy with a match?
Yep, seems to be the theory.
Anybody else get killed?
No, those were the first.
Hey, Mike.
Steve. Inspector Jack O'More, head of the arson division.
Hi.
Jacko, for sure.
Steve,
What do you
tell
got?
me.
Oh, over here. There's a guy I may have talked to a man a couple of days ago. So we rounded up some tapes of known arsonists for him to listen to.
Well, how do you get those tapes?
Ah, the hard way. Some by court order, some from calls we get here, and some that you don't want to know about. Nothing illegal, but we got our stories, too. Hey. Any luck?
I'm sorry. This machine might be able to tell one voice from another, but I sure can't.
Oh, this is Gil Porter, Lieutenant Stone, Inspector Keller from Homicide.
Lieutenant?
Hi. I understand somebody offered you a fire.
That's right. They made it sound awful good, too. See, I own a chain of clothing stores. Jeans, shirts, you know. And we had it pretty big a couple of years ago. But then again, you know, times change. And now I got a warehouse full of no-pleat flares.
See, everybody's wearing pleated baggies now.
Not everybody. So you got stuck with a lot of clothes you couldn't sell, huh? How did this guy know about it?
Well, it's no secret.
What did he say to you?
Well, he said he could fix me up with a real good one. Nobody would get hurt.
But you never saw him?
No.
Give you a name?
Yes, Jason.
That's all, just Jason?
That's it. One name, no number. Said he would call later for an answer.
Mr. Porter agreed to a tap. So we got a court order, and the phone company ran a line in here so that we can monitor all his calls.
What made you change your mind?
Oh, wait just a minute, Lieutenant. I didn't change my mind. I never even considered the offer. See, I'm from Los Angeles. Watts. And during the riots back there, I saw all the fires I ever wanted to see.
Mr. Porter, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Got another one, huh?
Oh, over 90 a day. 33,000 a year. You know, some part of San Francisco's always burning. That's why we don't need any help from some firebug doing it for a profit. Mike, here's our list of the tenants in the building. Insurance company's coverage and inventory. Now, you can check those, and I'll go over the ashes.
What makes you think the same man set all 4 fires?
Because I remember the last thing Harry said was that he smelled gasoline, and that there were 3 hot spots, the same pattern as all the others.
Couldn't that be a pyro?
In my opinion, they all are. This one's a pro.
Harry said it started on the 2nd floor, right?
Right.
Wallach and Son, Art Supplies. I think I'll start there. You stick with Jacko.
Al, just tell me how much and stop the jokes, huh? What? Why, we've never even made a claim. Look, Al, if the premium's gonna go up that high, we'll just have to look around for another broker, that's all. Okay, you get back to me as soon as you can.
I thought he was a friend of yours from the old neighborhood.
Did you find those policies?
No, I guess they're at home. I better get
Yes? Homicide? Well, send them right in, Julie.
Mr. Wallach?
Uh-huh.
Lieutenant Stone.
Oh, how do you do, Lieutenant? Won't you sit down?
No, thank you. I'd rather stand if you don't mind. I've been riding a desk an awful lot lately.
My son, Paul.
Hello.
Lieutenant, we heard about the firemen. We just couldn't believe someone losing their lives over a few rolls of canvas.
Well, it wasn't only canvas. They were trying to save other buildings, other lives.
Terrible thing.
Were you storing anything besides canvas and art supplies in that warehouse? There was no paints, gasoline?
No, paints and thinners are kept here in a special vault. We don't stock gasoline. Why?
One of the firemen said he smelled gasoline just before he died.
On our floor?
That's where it started.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying that we had something to do with setting the fire?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that your records show that you carried an awful lot of insurance.
Oh, I don't believe this. We lost money on that fire. Here, check our inventory. Sure, we had insurance, but not enough to even cover the loss.
It's all right there, Lieutenant. Look it over. We only stored saleable merchandise on that floor. We figure to lose between $7,000 and $10,000.
Well, do you know of anyone who would want to ruin your business?
No.
What about Rockwell?
Oh, come on, Paul, not Herb.
Who's this?
Well, he's our biggest competitor.
Herb Rockwell. He's been after our business for years. He'd love to see us wiped out.
Oh, come on now, Paul. I don't think Herb would do a thing like this.
Somebody did. Who did you say? Herb Rockwell? Well, thank you, Mr. Wallach.
Thank you.
I'll keep in touch.
Certainly, Lieutenant.
Goodbye.
Bye.
He was actually accusing us of murder.
We don't have to worry about it. We certainly didn't do it, and I'm sure Herb had nothing to do with it. He may be a barracuda when it comes to business, but a thing like this is crazy. You have to be sick to do a thing like this. Real sick.
Yeah. Maybe you're right, Dad. I better get those policies. Julie, I'm going out.
Painters Association is on the line.
I'll get back.
And there's Mr. Jason on line, too. He called earlier.
Okay, I'll take that one. Jason, what happened? You killed 2 men.
It's a high-risk business, Mr. Wallach. Accidents happen.
You gave me your word.
And I gave you till Friday to have your final payment. On the same box number as before.
Look, I can't get it together. You'll have to wait for the insurance.
I told you going in, I don't wait. Unless you want another fire at that nice big house you live in.
Jason?
What are we looking for, anyway?
Fingerprints?
Oh, come on, you're kidding.
Oh, takes a while to learn how, but you can read a fire by the ashes. Each one is different. Same as a fingerprint.
What do you got?
Something new. I mean, everything else around here fits the pattern of the other fires except this. See? Got a hole in the floor.
Well, would that give it a better draft?
Could be. Could be. Well, making sure the gasoline poured into the first floor.
Who was downstairs?
Oh, just a bunch of crates full of sewing machines.
Were they insured?
Hey, not bad. You're thinking like a fireman now. Well, I already checked it out. Doesn't figure.
Why's that?
Well, because the company that owned them was bankrupt. And the machines were just stored here by the court, pending auction.
Well, who gets the money?
Well, have to be creditors. Could be a dozen people, a couple of dozen maybe.
Well, it's a shame, that's all I can say. Man works hard, doesn't deserve setbacks like that.
Well, Wallach's fire won't hurt your business any, will it?
Okay, I guess not. Anything bad happens to him is good for me. Look, Lieutenant, it's kind of hard to explain, but Marty and I have fought it out for years. And in a funny kind of way, we both won.
So competition forced you to be successful?
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
How long have you known him?
Over 30 years. Tough fighter. Got a lot of shark in him. But deep down, he's a good man.
How about his son?
He's no Marty. Mr. Big Shot. You see him yet?
I just met him.
Married a society girl. Big house in a fancy neighborhood. Oh, take care of this customer, will you please? Nobody could hurt Marty the way Paul has.
How do you mean?
You got a son, Lieutenant?
No.
Well, if you did, you'd know. You see, a father likes to believe that what he's done with his life counts for something with his boy, whatever it is. With Marty and me, it's just this little business, maybe. But it's something, you know what I mean? Something you hope your son can appreciate. What it started with, how you got it here, and maybe keep it going for you. And for him, too, after you're gone. But Paul, all he cares about is a buck. How fast he can make it, how fast he can spend it. That hurts.
Then you're saying that the old man is straight?
Straight as they come.
He told me he could go in the hole because of the fire. He's got records to prove it.
So?
So his competition could stand to gain by his loss.
Meaning me?
Possible.
No, Lieutenant. I could never hate anything or anybody enough to use fire. You see, 20 years ago, my house burned to the ground. I lost my wife and my son.
Yeah, that's better, Al. Much better. Thank you. Incidentally, I'm sorry I blew my stack at you before. No, I'm not hurting. Yeah, sure, Friday's fine. Look, I got an idea. Why don't you come over to the house, have some dinner, You don't have to talk to Paul. You talk to me. Yeah. May God save us from our own children. All right, Al, I'll see you Friday. Yeah. What does he want? All right, send him in.
Hello, Mr. Wallach.
Nick, I told you to stay away from here.
Hey, you've got business, I've got business.
Business. Somebody passed a law lately I haven't heard about saying that running book is legal?
No need to get nasty. Where's Paul?
He's out.
He's getting to be a tough man to reach lately.
He's finished, Nick, through. He's got no more business with you, so leave him alone.
He owes me.
You're lying.
I wish I was. I've got expenses too, you know.
I gave him enough to pay you off.
I guess he saw it as a chance to get even with both of us. What can I tell you? He lost.
How much?
15 big ones. Now, where is he?
I don't have to tell you anything. Now, you get out of here. Get out of here before I call the police.
I don't think you want to play it that way, Mr. Wallach.
I'm not playing it your way anymore, Nick. You're sucking the blood out of my veins. The well is dry.
I just want what's owed me. You better tell your son to call me.
Hi, darling. Your father's on the phone. I told him you just drove up.
Okay. Hey, that's a nice dress.
Oh, do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I just came home to get the policies.
Nick Green was just here.
Really? Maybe he owes me some money.
He says you owe him $15,000.
What? Well, he's got his book scrambled.
Paul, don't lie to me. The money I gave you to pay him off, what did you do with it?
Dad, I told you.
Yeah, you told me, and I believed you.
Oh, come on, it's just a mix-up. I'll straighten it out.
What's the use? The money's gone, and we've said it all before.
Paul, what's wrong?
Nothing, honey, just business. I better get those policies.
I'll need a key, won't I? I've already got it. It's taped to the bottom of your locker in the garage of your apartment building. Hey, how'd you find out where I live?
Hey, what do you got?
All my clients.
Jason, he called Porter about an hour ago.
Can you match his voice?
Already tried, nothing.
We got a mailbox, though. Could you run it back to that point, Norman?
Good, right there.
You want to forget it? Okay. No, you're on. All right. You leave the first payment tomorrow at the Central Post Office. Cash, small bills in an envelope. Go to box number 3098. You got it? Box 3098. Well, I'll need a key, won't I? I've already got it. It's taped to the bottom of your locker in the garage of your apartment building. Hey, how'd you find out where I live? I know where all my clients live. Now, I suggest you prepare an alibi for next Sunday. That's when you get well. Final payment is due the day after.
Check out the post office box?
Yeah. Yes, called Butech Incorporated. They got one other post office box. It's 3182, right?
Butech, you check that out, too?
Yeah, called the state corporation's office. They say there's no Butech listed.
Figures will be a front for Jason.
Jacko, you call Porter and tell him to follow those directions. We'll put a stakeout on that post office box around the clock.
Okay, Paul. But the next time you want this much in cold cash, give me a day's notice, okay? I really had to press.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.
Sure. I just told him you were cum laude in our class, so don't cross me up. Put your John Henry on the dotted line. I'm sorry about the fire. That's tough.
Yeah, well, just one of those things, I guess.
Okay, the note's for 6 months using the cash value of your life insurance policy as collateral. Any questions?
Yeah. Where's the money?
Right here.
Thanks again, Barry.
I'm glad I could help. Take care, huh?
Right.
Hiya, Paulie.
Hello, Nick.
Been looking for you.
No trouble, Nick, please.
No trouble, Paulie. Just give us what you owe us.
You'll get it, Nick. That's a promise.
Hey, I already got your promise. Now what I want is my money.
I need time.
That's one thing you're out of, Paul. Time. Wow. Now that was dumb, Paulie. All this on you and you do a number on me anyway.
Nick, I can't give you that.
How much is here?
I need it, please.
I said how much?
10,000.
5. Leaves you 5 short.
Nick, please. Nick.
Get this bum off me.
Nick.
Police officer, stop! Get him! All right, Jason, it's all over.
Jason! I'm not Jason.
Morning, hon.
Good morning. What time did you get in last night?
Oh, a little after 1:30, I guess. I didn't want to wake the two of you up.
I tried to stay awake.
Well, I'm sorry. I should have called. I just didn't check my watch, and when I saw the time, I figured you'd be in bed already.
Who were you with?
She said jealously.
I'm not jealous, Paul. I'm scared.
What?
I found your shirt. You tried to rinse it out. At first, I thought it was lipstick, but it was blood. How did it get there?
Blood? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Sure, I just nicked myself yesterday.
Stop it, Paul. Just stop it.
Honey.
And look at me. Oh, my God, Paul. What happened? Have you been gambling again? Don't shut me out, Paul. Talk to me. Please, talk to me. I love you. Don't you know that by now? Whatever it is, it's me, too. I love you.
I tried, huh? I really tried, but...
Paul, you can't do it alone. You can beat it. You can control it, but you have to let somebody help you.
That's just great, isn't it? 41 years old, about to be a father, and I have to have that kind of help.
Who did this to you? Somebody you owe money to?
Yeah.
Then call the police.
I can't.
Paul.
I can't!
Then nothing's ever gonna change.
Everything's changed. You really want to hear it all?
Go ahead.
I was in heavy. Dad gave me the money to cover it. And I bet it. I thought I could pay back what I owed and give Dad back what he'd given me.
And you lost that, too.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going crazy. They were pressing me for the money, and I couldn't go back to Dad. And then this guy called. He made it sound so easy.
Made what sound easy?
fire.
Oh, no.
Well, he promised me no one would get hurt. He wanted $10,000 up front and another 10 when he finished. So I sold the last of my stocks for the first 10 and borrowed on my life insurance for the rest of it. I was going to pay him, and then Nick Green cornered me and took it all.
2 people died.
I know, it's a nightmare. But it isn't over yet. I can't go to the police or I'll stand trial for murder. And if I don't come up with the rest of the money by Friday...
What?
He's an arsonist, Katie. He knows where we live.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, thanks a lot.
Then you're a customer of Jason's.
Look, I told you, I'm a respectable citizen. I never heard of any Jason.
Man's a magazine publisher, just like he says, president. Lust Incorporated. Hardcore pornography.
Well, it's legal. The Supreme Court said you can print whatever you want as long as the public's buying.
No, Mr. Carpenter, that's not exactly what the Supreme Court said. Now, according to the latest decision, the community has the right to decide what can be sold. And if the community cracks down, like this town's doing, then it must be rough times for the porno biz.
Is that right, Mr. Carpenter?
I don't have to tell you anything.
That's right, you don't. But you do have a warehouse, don't you? And it's filled with a lot of dirty books you can't unload, and you thought maybe you'd start a fire.
I want to talk to my lawyer.
Sure, go right ahead. He'll tell you the same thing I will. If you just happen to have a fire after going to that arsonist money drop, you're going to serve time. A lot of it.
Listen, what if I cooperate? Does that go on the record?
Everything goes on the record. When's the fire?
Today. I was going to drop the money and be on a plane before it happened.
What time?
Well, there's still time to stop it.
What time?
12 o'clock.
Where?
Central Basin, warehouse number 7.
All right, take care of it.
Okay, we got about an hour. I've been on the phone with Jacko.
Yeah, tell him to stand by, not to use the bell. If Jason hears him coming, he'll just walk away and we'll really lose him.
Right. Too late.
I'll get Jack on board.
Far in.
Police, hold it! Stay! Get me out of here! Come on. I lost him! I had him and I lost him!
Two men. You killed him just as much as the man who set the fire. Then you try to blame the whole thing on Herb Rockwell.
Dad, please.
Catherine, I feel sorry for you, but I don't feel sorry for him. Not anymore.
He didn't mean it.
He swore before God Almighty that he'd never place another bet, but you couldn't stop, could you? You're like some lousy wino, some no-good junkie. You lie to your own family. You steal from your own family to support your lousy habit. And for what? Tell me, for what?
Dad!
No, this I want to hear. I want to know what he thinks is so important it's worth destroying everything I've ever had. Worth destroying everything he could have had. Worth destroying the lives of two brave, decent men. Come on, you tell me.
I wish I could. If I knew, I guess none of this would have happened.
That is no excuse.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm asking you to help me. You just tell me what to do, I'll do it.
He can't go to the police.
This man, Jason. Where did you find him?
I didn't. He found me.
Through Nick?
Well, I don't know, maybe. The IOUs I've had out, I guess a lot of people know I'm in trouble.
I'll get it.
What do you know about this man?
Well, nothing really. I've never even seen him.
You've never even seen him? You mean to...
Wallach. Jason?
I need my money.
You said Friday.
I can't wait.
I don't have the money.
Well, when can you get it?
Not until the fire insurance pays off.
No good. I need it now.
Look, there's no way that I can...
Now you look. I can't stick around here. The job I just did was staked out. That means the guy I was working for talked. That means that the mail drop is staked out, too. I need what's owed to me, and I need it now.
Will you listen to me? This house has 2 mortgages on it. Everything I have was bought on credit. I couldn't raise another nickel anywhere. What are you doing?
You're crazy. Put that gun away. I'll get the money.
You got 1 hour.
There's one thread we haven't pulled.
What's that?
Order. That's right. He's still on tap for a job. Maybe we can still make a connection. Jacko! Come in. Sit down.
Thanks. I want to tell you I've alerted all the hospitals in case our friend goes in for brain treatment.
There's no way you go to hospital in this town.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, look. What do you guys know about bankruptcy?
Oh, nothing much. Why?
You talking about that bankrupt sewing machine outfit?
Yeah. You know, I was wondering about that hole that Jason cut in the floor. Well, we ran a lab check on the plank. Found some petroleum residue.
It's probably to burn the first floor as well.
No, wait a minute. Didn't you say that the insurance money went to the creditors?
It does. And that's what I've been thinking about. I mean, I think the creditors could get a lot more from a fire than a public auction.
Sure. That's right. A court settlement would only bring a fraction of the real value.
So you think one of those creditors could have hired Jason?
Ask me. I think it's worth checking.
Where do you get a list of the creditors?
Court.
Yeah, here they are. Foster, Rogers, Blanchard, Morehouse. You can copy the addresses from here.
Mr. Sims, have any of those people received their insurance checks yet?
No. Company isn't going to issue any checks until the court hands down a decision. But according to this, these creditors are not going to receive any money anyway.
Why not?
Well, they had an offer to sell the sewing machines for 28 cents on the dollar. Looks like they decided to take it instead of bothering with an auction.
Who bought him?
Some pretty lucky guy, I'd say. He puts down a $500 deposit, but it makes him the legal owner.
Does that mean he gets the insurance money?
$45,000.
What's his name?
Wallach. Paul Wallach.
That's it. That ties it. Thanks a lot.
Looks like the old man still cares about you.
And you don't care about anybody, do you? It doesn't bother you to kill anybody. It's just business.
Catherine.
Don't you have any feelings?
Just like yours, number one comes first. Or you're going to turn him in as a public service.
Here's your money.
Where'd you get it?
I was saving it for my grandson, but my own son is still a child. You'll find that's a little bit short. There's only $7,800 there, but there's the cancel passbook. It's all I had left in the world.
Okay, that's good enough. That closes our account, except for one thing. They'll be watching the airport, so you're going to drive me.
Drive where?
Sacramento. Come on, let's go.
No, I'm not going to let you wipe him out.
Let's go. No! Hey, leave him alone.
He's hurt.
He's lucky. Come on, you're going to drive me.
Are you crazy? She's in no condition to drive a car.
Hey, if you want to see your grandson again, don't do anything stupid. Come on.
Catherine.
I'll be all right.
Oh.
Why'd you let him go?
I couldn't stop him.
Oh, call the police!
Paul!
Get in!
Came from the back. Where's your phone?
Living room.
It's all right, Kathy. He's gonna be all right.
Inspector Bay going to headquarters. Request backup units.
They say about poetic justice? Not my kind of poetry.
Yeah, Wallach just got out of intensive. Family's with him right now.
He'll need them. He's going to be there a long time.
I'm sorry, I can't try for him.
Well, now what do we got here?
Oh, I brought that. That's from Gil Porter.
Yeah. Remember those pants that he couldn't get rid of? Take a look.
These are for you?
Yeah, they're for me. What's wrong? Huh? I think I look good in them. No pleats. Takes a certain kind of man to wear them, too, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think that's one of ours. I better check in.
Okay. Good luck.
See you, Jacko. What did he say? 90 calls a day?
Yeah. Some part of San Francisco is always burning.
I don't know, Mike. I just don't know.
Have you had breakfast yet?
Just some juice.
Come on. The treat's on me.
You're kidding.
No, I'm going to treat you to the best bowl of chili you've ever had.
Chili for breakfast?
Oh, come on, you're going to love it.
Mike, wait a minute.
You've never tried it, have you?
For breakfast, no.
Well, then don't knock it. When I used to walk the beat down in the Tenderloin, I used to have it every morning.
Chili?
Yeah, that's right. It's the healthiest thing.
The Streets of San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production, starring Karl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars Paul Dix, Denver Pyle, Lyndon Childs, Ruth McDevitt. Tonight's episode, Winter Kill.
Hey, fill her up. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Still think I'm kidding? No, sir. Now, that was a stupid thing to do. You actually shot me. Let's see. You're gonna be all right. Here, make yourself a tourniquet. Operator, will you send an ambulance to the gas station on the corner of Filbert and Columbus? There's been a shooting. Yes. Thank you. Now, next time, don't be such a hero.
Thank you. My compliments to the chef.
You want something to drink? Yeah, what do you got that's cold?
Besides the dog.
That'll be $1.15.
All units in the vicinity of Columbus and Filbert reported shooting at gas station. Units to respond.
All right, good timing. You lose.
Me? Now, wait a minute. I said...
You said after a morning like we had, there'd be no way we get a call before lunch.
And what's this?
That's a different story. The point is we have not eaten yet. That makes it before lunch, right?
That'll be $1.15.
Pay the man, Mike.
$1.15 for 2 cold hot dogs. There's a buck. There's $1.15.
No tip?
Tip. I'll give you a tip. Don't crooks ever take a lunch break? Hold it. Wait a minute. What happened, son?
A holdup. I gave the guy the money and he's still shot.
Who shot you?
I don't know, Jesse James.
Okay, now wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, the guy had to be 100 years old.
Did you ever see him before? Sell him any gas, maybe?
No.
What was he wearing?
I don't know, an old raincoat, I think, and slacks.
What color?
Coat was tan. I think the slacks were brown or something.
And I told you that if you didn't have the money by the end of the month, that we would have to move you to a state-supported home. And this is the end of the month.
Yeah, well, I've already packed my bags.
Well, now, you can just unpack them.
Huh?
There's nobody going to kick you out, Frank.
Please, Mr. Tillman, nobody is talking about kicking anybody out. We're simply going to move him to another home. He'll be very well taken care of.
How can you shuffle people around like that? Doesn't your conscience ever bother you?
It's not my decision, Mr. Tillman. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well, there's something I can do about it. You remember me telling you about my son sending me some money?
No, Mr. Tillman, you told me that you'd written your son about the money. There was nothing said about his sending it.
No. You must have misunderstood. Either that or your hearing has gone bad. It'd be a better idea to have that checked. Let's see, now, here we are, yes. 300, right?
No. Only 160. Mr. Casey's Social Security check covers the rest of it.
Not much security in Social Security, is there?
Well, it's better than nothing.
No. You probably think living's better than dying, too, eh? Come on, Frank. I'll buy you a nice big red soda water.
Stop by my room and I'll give you an IOU for that money. Then you can write it off as a bad debt.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Tillman. Did you get the call?
What call?
Well, from your son, Robert. Well, I told Mr. Larson that you were back. Oh, well, no harm done. He said he was going to drop by later anyway.
You mean he's in town?
Yes, for 2 days. Isn't that nice? A business trip, he said.
Well, good. Then I can thank him personally.
Did he say where he was staying?
Oh, yes. This hotel.
Thanks, boy.
You're welcome.
How come he didn't just bring the money, huh?
Well, kids, you know, they just don't plan ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it, Frank.
Huh? Well, you don't need to worry about me. I can take care of myself.
Yeah, I know, but one of these days you're going to head for these stairs and step right off into space.
No. Okay.
Turn the case over to robbery. They'll get to it as soon as they have time. What's all this?
Burglars, stick-up artists. They get old like anybody else, you know. I just thought I'd take a look.
It's not our case, Mike.
I know, but we do have time. I thought we could help robbery out a bit.
Yeah? Is that what you thought, huh?
Any objections? No,
Well,
don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear. Can I tell you something, Steve?
Sure.
When I was a kid, my grandfather came to live with us the last few years of his life, and he was a sweet, kind, gentle old man.
And he had a beat-up old pistol that he used to put in his closet. Well, one day I finally got the courage and I asked him about it. And he said, that is the last resort. As long as I got that pistol, nobody in my family is going to starve to death. I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought it was a little up here, you know. Until I had my own family. And then I understood what he meant.
And what does that got to do with this?
You got me. I don't know. It's just been going through my head today.
All right, as I was about to say, I called the Department of Corrections. Now, in the last 4 years, they've released 3 guys that fit the general description of the man we're looking for. Checked them out. 2 of them are dead, but the 3rd one's living at this address. I got a grandfather, too, you know.
Say,
I'm not asleep, if that's what you're thinking.
Are you Elmer Pierce?
Who's asking? Hey, wait a minute. You're carrying a shield, aren't you?
Yes, I am. How did you know that?
I was in the business 40 years.
Mr. Pierce, you mind if we ask you a few questions?
I don't say nothing without my lawyer being here.
Well, I'll try not to make them incriminating.
Last time a cop said that to me, I spent 5 years in Sing Sing.
Would you rather we take you down to the station?
You gonna run me in? Okay. But I better warn you, I don't run as fast as I used to. You're gonna have to use that.
I don't think we'll have to take you down to the station, Mr. Pierce.
What do you mean? Why not? Hey, what's the matter? I do something wrong?
No. You didn't do anything wrong.
Now, don't you be so all-fired sure of yourself. I might be just the fellow you're looking for. And all this just a disguise.
If it is, it's perfect. You got me fooled. So long, Mr. Pierce.
Hey, you guys. You come back and we'll talk sometime. About the business.
My day off is Tuesday.
I'll be here.
How many times do I have to tell you smoking will stunt your growth?
Yeah. You don't want one, do you?
I gave it up, remember?
I do.
June 3rd, 1958.
8:45 in the morning.
The last thing your mother made me do was promise to give up smoking. On her deathbed, Robbie. Her life slowly inching away, and you know what she's worried about? My health.
How's your health?
I'll probably outlive you if you don't quit smoking. I don't think I'd like that, Robbie.
All right. Listen, about that money that you wanted,
forget about it. It's all been taken care of.
I'm glad to hear that, because if I'd had it, I'd have sent it to you.
I know.
But if there's anything else you need or you want...
Well, for starters, about some grandchildren.
We're trying.
What, is that you?
Oh, what's left of me?
Have you seen Wade?
Well, he went to see his son.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. My memory is no good anymore.
You need me help, Mr. Case?
No, I can take care of myself.
How is he?
For a man of 70 years old who's just fallen down a flight of stairs, is a remarkable condition. Something must be done about those cataracts. He could be permanently blind.
Yeah, the doctor said that a year ago.
Why wasn't something done then?
Well, he also said something about money.
Medicare will cover 80%.
Oh, yeah, sure. If he's not too old, and if the risk isn't too great, and if he can wait around long enough for somebody who doesn't know him as anything but a number to do something about it. Besides, the last doctor also said something about a cornea transplant and, well, some other complications. Maybe as much as $10,000 worth.
It doesn't alter the fact that something must be done.
Oh, well, then do something.
I'm not an eye surgeon, Mr. Tillman.
Well, get one.
Well, I could, of course. However...
Sure, I know. That costs money. Well, that's just my point. He hasn't got any money. He hasn't got any insurance. He hasn't got any credit. He hasn't got anything. So, what do we do? Hey, wait a minute. Who's the best eye doctor in this place?
Dr. Rochelle.
Get him, and I'll get the money. I'm not asking you how much he costs. I'm just telling you to get him, and I'll get the money. Hello, Karl.
Wait till...
I told him you were in conference, Mr. Armstrong.
You weren't lying, young lady. He is in conference with me.
It's all right.
Well, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Still playing games while other people do your work.
Because I do my work with this, not this. Now, what is it you want?
Money.
All right. How much do you need? 50? 100? 500?
10,000.
10,000. Now, maybe you'd better remind me of something that I've forgotten. What reason in the world would I have to give you $10,000?
I'm not asking you to give me anything. It's a loan.
Oh. Strictly business, huh?
That's right.
Well, then you won't mind if I check your credit. Where do you do your banking? Where do you work, then? Charge accounts, credit card?
Karl, you've known me for 40 years. In all that time, have you ever known me to break my word?
Never.
Well, then I'm giving you my word now. You'll get your money back.
Oh, wait. What you're telling me is that sometime in the future I'll get my money back. Wait. Your future's in back of you.
Karl, the money's not for me. For a friend of mine. He needs an operation now, or he'll lose his sight. Now, you're old yourself, and you know what it's like to be old, but to be old and blind. Please, Karl. Please.
I'm sorry, Wade. Almost as sorry as I am to see you standing there begging.
Well, I can't...
Do you think you're the first person to blow in here out of my past with his hand out?
Well, I just told you the reason that I'm here.
The reason? They've all got their reasons. Reasons for this. Reasons for that. Well, I've got my reasons. But you wouldn't understand those. Do you see that building over there? That's mine. And I own one down on Montgomery Street and another one over on Market, and I'm breaking ground for one down at the Embarcadero. And do you think those buildings just sprung up all by themselves? Do you think old Carl Armstrong just woke up one day rich?
I know what you've done with your life.
No, you don't. You've been grubbing for wages all your life. Playing it safe. Well, I gave up 3 squares a day in a Sunday suit for a road that had no guarantees. I hustled and scratched and made my own luck. And I fought for every inch of everything that I own. And nobody ever gave me anything but a hard time.
So now you're going to return the favor?
No. Now I can say to any man, don't come crying to me.
You really see it all that way, don't you? Just one big barroom brawl, like the tangles we used to get into down in Tulsa whenever we hit town. Walk out and you name your fancy. Crawl out and you lick boots.
Those are the rules, Wade.
Okay, Mr. Armstrong. Maybe a little late for me, but this time I'm going to try to play it your way.
Nope, none of them. Is that all? Not quite. You see, 14% of all the people that live in this city are over the age of 65.
Wait a minute, do I have to look at all of them?
Nope, none now.
Dumb. Should never have grabbed that guy's gun.
You didn't tell us that.
Because it was stupid. I mean, you want me to brag about it?
Doesn't sound like much of a shootout, does it?
No.
Maybe that old man isn't as dangerous as we thought.
Maybe you're right, Steve. Let's give it back to robbery. That's where it belongs.
Okay, this clock is fine. I'll take the batteries in 5 of these for my grandchildren.
Yes?
Mr. Armstrong, it's Mr. Tillman.
Oh, well, tell him I'm busy.
I did, but he says it's urgent. Something about life or death.
All right. I'll talk to him. Hello.
Morning, Mr. Armstrong.
Now listen, Wade.
No, you listen to me, Mr. Armstrong, and you better listen good. Have you opened your lower right-hand desk drawer yet?
What?
Your lower right-hand desk drawer. I left something in it for you. You see it? Don't mess with it.
What is it?
A bomb. I said don't mess with it. If it goes, it'll blow off the top of the whole building.
I don't believe you.
Ever known me to lie? Think about it, Mr. Armstrong. All those poker hands we played. All the times you told me I could never win a big pot because I couldn't run a bluff. You think this is a bluff? Now, you've got nothing to worry about as long as you leave it alone. It's not set to go off till noon, and you know right where it is. But you better start worrying about the other 3. They're all planted in buildings you own. One's set to go off at 2, the next one at 4, and the last one at 6.
You have lost your mind.
What have you lost, Mr. Armstrong? Did you ever ask yourself that? Sitting up there looking down your nose at the rest of the world? Is all that steel and concrete worth an old man's eyesight? An old man's dignity?
I'll not be blackmailed.
You're an old man too, Mr. Armstrong. And you're mortal, just like the rest of us. And, you know, there's not much time left for you to make things right.
I'll set things right. I'll see you behind bars for what time you have left.
Oh, by the way, that writing on the package, that's my friend's name in the hospital where he get that operation. Now, you might get rid of that bomb in your lap. But if that operation isn't started by 2 o'clock, those others, the 3 you can't see, start going off. I'll be checking with you about then.
Wait! Wait!
$1.15 for 2 cold hot dogs.
Check.
Check. Mike, are you still on that shooting case?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Well, the description of the old guy, it fits someone that just left a bomb in an office building down on Market Street.
And I said the man wasn't dangerous.
Bomb squad get there yet?
Yeah, Jerry DeSantis, he's in charge.
Shall we go? Come on. Don't move that. I'll be back.
Must be something awfully important.
Robbie.
Last time you called me out of a meeting was to tell me you were going to sell the house. Is something wrong?
No. I just got thinking about you, and, well, I didn't want to miss saying goodbye.
Oh, Dad, I'm not going home till tonight. We're going to have dinner, aren't we?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Something's come up, and, well, I could be busy.
Oh, on the red line, huh?
Red line? Yeah, something like that.
You're being awful serious. What's up?
Oh, it's nothing. Gee, it's just been so good to see you again, Robbie. You tell that bride of yours I've been thinking a lot about her, too. She's a fine woman, Robbie. And she'll stick by whatever happens.
Whatever happens? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Just a figure of speech. What time is it?
10 to 12. Listen, I want to tell you something, too. I called Judy last night to talk to her about our problem. And she agrees with me.
Well, if she agrees with you, what's the problem?
You? Bob, ever since we moved east, I've been worried about you. Living out here all by yourself.
I'm not by myself.
I know that, but you don't have any family here. Nobody to look after you or take care of you.
Rob, I was a grown man when you were a little baby. I don't need anybody to look after me.
Dad, what I'm trying to say is, well, you know how Judy feels about you. She thinks you're the greatest. Well, no, in fact, I even like you myself. Now we've got a guest room at the house. You can come or go or do anything you please.
No, Robbie. You save that room for the baby. You'll have one of these days.
Look, I told Judy.
Look, you've got your life, I've got mine. I'd like to leave it that way.
Okay. Whatever you want.
Well, in that case, I want a nice big piece of pecan pie and a cup of coffee. You think you can swing that in a fancy place like this?
Right in there. Bottom right-hand desk drawer. Stay outside.
Your office?
That's right.
Who planted it?
A lunatic. A crazy, bull-headed lunatic.
You know him?
Sure I know him. And I know he's bluffing. He's got to be bluffing.
I got 12 straight up.
Just as I thought. He was bluffing.
some bluff.
It's dynamite, all right. Figures. He was a blaster. One of the best I ever worked with.
How long did you know him?
40 years. Ever since we worked on the WPA building roads through Arkansas.
Well, where can we find him now?
I don't know.
Well, you just said you worked with him.
I said I knew him for 40 years. I haven't seen him for 20. Just like all my old buddies, I never heard from any of them until I made it big. Then they started coming out of the woodwork like mice in the cheese factory. Wade's the one man I never figured to come out of the woodwork, though. Not like this.
You say another bomb's supposed to go off at 2 o'clock.
If I don't pay the piper.
In any one of 4 buildings.
That's what the old coot said.
What about this guy, Frank Casey?
Never heard of him. But he's in the hospital, all right. I checked. You might talk to him. Maybe he can tell you something. And tell him this for me. I'll not be blackmailed.
Wade Tillman has gone bats. That's all I know. Making such a big fuss over nothing. And and you can tell that Mr. Armstrong. He can take his money and stick it in his ears for all I care. I don't want any part of it.
I'm sure he knows how you feel.
How long have you known Mr. Tillman?
Well, ever since he moved into the rest home, 3 years maybe. Look, if I knew where he was, I'd tell you.
I'm sure you would, Mr. Casey. I'm sure you would.
I just can't believe it.
Mr. Casey, are you sure you can't remember any place that he'd be regularly? A bar? A park? Other people? Friends?
No, no place.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
All I know is, about twice a month, he would go off by himself and stay all day, just like I told you. Now, he never told me where he went, and I never asked him. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You just take care of yourself now. Take it easy.
Okay.
$1:22, 38 minutes left.
And someone who goes somewhere once or twice a month, I don't know.
Get me back to Armstrong's. Tillman should be calling soon. You check out the rest home.
I understood his son was staying at the Regency. Of course, the home number is on that card. Well, here we are. It's really a very nice room for the money.
Yeah.
Well, let me know when you're finished. I've got to lock up.
Thank you.
He isn't dead, is he?
No, ma'am, he's all right.
That's good. Sometimes they go so quickly. You never know. Nobody ever tells you anything. Then you happen to notice that the room is empty and find someone going through their things. Are you a relative?
No, I'm a police officer, ma'am. I'm trying to find him. You haven't seen him, have you?
Well, no. I suppose he's with his son. He's in the city right now. Is Mr. Tillman in some kind of trouble?
Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid he is.
Oh, that's too bad. Not a bad room, is it?
No, it's not. It's very nice.
I don't suppose you happen to know how much he pays for it?
No, I don't, ma'am. No.
'Cause I like my room better. It's bigger and has windows in both walls. You can see the bay. But Mr. Larson's raising the rent next month, and inflation, you know. I just thought maybe if he was... Well, I guess you won't find anything here to tell you where he is. A room can only tell you who he is. That's all a room can say.
That tells a lot.
As you know, it calls for pre-stressed concrete to recommend exterior stress.
Did he call?
No, not yet.
Well, we have 5 minutes left.
All right, everybody out. Now, just a minute. You're trying to shut me down. Who gave you the authority to evacuate
The
my...
state did, Mr. Armstrong, and I'm going to tell you something else. If you think Wade Tillman was bullheaded, you just try me. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get out of here.
Well, what if he called?
Then nobody will be home. Now, will you start moving?
Hello. Hello, Carl. How's it going?
You know darn well how it's going. It's almost 2 o'clock now. Where did you put that damn thing?
You write that check yet?
No, and I'm not going to.
I see. Well, in that case, you better hightail it for the elevator.
It's on the floor. Seal it off.
Wait. If anything happens to this property, I'm gonna...
I'll talk to you later.
Tillman. Wait, Tillman, listen.
Stone, you better catch that lunatic and get him...
Come on, never mind talking up here. Let's get going.
If you don't...
I got it. It's in the transformer box. He knows what he's doing, all right. Oh, he doesn't. He can blow this town to hell and gone, and I'll not give him the time of day.
You want a basket?
There's no time. Get him out of here.
What happened at 2 o'clock?
Jerry's working on it.
Mike, it's already out.
I know. You got anything?
Yeah, 45 automatic, a model from 1911. 3 sticks of 40% dynamite and a son, Robert Tillman. He's in town now, staying at a hotel. I called him, but he's not there.
It's 2 after already.
Baby, this one's a dud.
Don't bet on it. Bombs are meant to destroy things, and they usually do.
Mike?
Hey, Jerry! Hi, you down here got your head blown off, didn't you, huh?
Boy, I guess I still got 5 minutes. There's nothing I like better on this job than a cheap watch.
See, that buys us 2 more hours, doesn't it? Jerry, you keep your teams working on it, will you? Steve, the eye doctor's at the hospital. You go there and make sure that Casey doesn't cause us any trouble, okay?
Right.
And I'll run down this Tillman's son.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they're going ahead with that operation even though Wade's trying to blow my buildings off of the map?
That's right, Mr. Armstrong. Hey, Dr. Rochelle volunteered his services. Oh, don't you worry about it. He's probably just a misguided soul who feels that people are more important than money.
Nobody's asked my permission for any of this. All you people running around and making plans for an operation on me. Well, maybe I don't want an operation.
If you don't have the operation, you go blind.
Well, I've been as good as blind for years. I don't mind. You know, you can get used to almost anything.
But why go to all the trouble when it's not necessary? Now, Dr. O'Shell will do the operation if you'll let him.
Robert Tillman?
You, Lieutenant Stone?
Thank you for coming.
Is it about my father?
Yes.
He's not hurt or anything.
No, he's not hurt, but I think we better find him before he hurts somebody else. Come on.
Inspector Keller. I think you better take this call. It's Mr. Tillman. I told him we were prepping for the operation. He said he wants to talk to the police.
Mr. Tillman, this is Inspector Keller, San Francisco Police. Where's the 4 o'clock bomb?
Right where Karl can see it go off. In his other office building down the block. It's in the ceiling panel in elevator 1. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Now, what about the 6 o'clock?
There's plenty of time for that.
The operation is all set.
That's what you say.
Look, I'll put Dr. Rochelle on the phone if you don't believe me. He's the eye surgeon.
I know who he is, son. And I know you wouldn't lie to me if you didn't have to.
Mr. Tillman.
And anyway, I'm going to come by the hospital and see things for myself. So you just take good care of Frank, see?
Operator, this is an emergency call. All right, Jerry. All right, that's good. Yeah, bye-bye. Well, that should do it. Tillman said he'd be here himself before 6. Thanks a lot.
I don't see him, Lieutenant.
Any other ideas?
I don't understand it. Why would he do a crazy thing like that?
Money?
You think it's that simple?
You tell me.
Well, maybe he was always a very direct man. I guess maybe that was the only solution he could find to the problem. He asked me to send him some. I should have made more of an effort to do that. I'm sorry.
Well, his friend Casey said that he used to go off by himself at least once a week. Where would he go?
Once a week? Oh, the cemetery where my mother's buried. That's it. He used to go there whenever he had some heavy thinking to do.
Saw Robbie today. My, he certainly has turned into a fine man, for which I take none of the credit. He wants me to go back east and live with him. But you don't have nothing to worry about. I told him no. I remembered those talks we used to have when we were young, you know, about never getting anybody's way or being a burden. And, well, there's something else I should tell you about, but I think I'll wait till my next visit. That'll kind of give me a good excuse to...
Dad! Wait a minute! Dad! Dad! Wait a minute!
Damn, Mr. Tillman. Mr. Tillman, the bomb. The bomb, where is it?
I can't hear you. I'm gonna go get an ambulance.
You can hear me now, can't you? Try to hear me. The bomb, where did you hide it? Yes, I found him. He's in the hospital with a heart attack. Couldn't tell us anything.
What?
What have you got?
We've been through the whole building.
What about the other buildings?
We've got teams in all of them.
What's this about a heart attack? Now, he's faking it. He's trying to put pressure on me.
He is not faking. It's for real. What do you think, Jerry?
It's getting tight. If we have to guess, I'd say the basement. He knows construction. That's where he do the most damage. Heat, electricity, plumbing, it's all tied in down there. I'll give it one more sweep.
Go ahead.
They've already been through this area twice. It's clean. I'm telling you, it's not here.
Mr. Armstrong, the way I figure Wade Tillman, the odds are it's got to be here someplace.
Well, I know it's definitely not in this room.
Why not?
Because there are only 12 hours on the clock. Now, he had to set this one and put it somewhere after 6 o'clock this morning.
Some reason why he couldn't have done that?
Yeah, the maintenance crew was in here. They worked from 5:30 till 6:30, and nobody came in or out.
Is that one of your buildings there?
Yeah.
All right, Tillman puts the first bomb on the desk, the second bomb down the hall, the third one right across the street where you can see it go off from here.
Can you see any of your other buildings from here?
No, but what difference does that make?
Well, think about it. They were all set for your benefit.
And it's the last one. Now, this hard-nosed Wade Tillman has given you 3 chances to come across, and you haven't. Where would he stick it?
They've already looked there.
Downstairs.
This way, it's faster. It's 5:56. If he blows this building...
Right, check for loose ceiling tiles. Let's check the lights.
Mike?
Yeah. How far down to the basement?
34 floors.
It's not enough time to go down and get Jerry to come back up.
All right, you wrapped it to keep the water out. Then maybe if we doused it.
Maybe. No maybes. Just get that thing out of my building.
Give it to me.
I got it. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Come on.
Don't jiggle that thing.
You know something?
What?
If a watch can be slow, it can also be fast.
That building ain't worth it. Not worth any man's life. We'd sure had a point.
But what a way to prove it.
Prove one thing. Not having much time sure makes a man think about the time he has.
Robbie, what time is it?
7:25, Dan.
It's all right. We found the bomb. It didn't go off.
The doctor says you're going to be all right. Just a matter of taking it easy. How's Frank?
He had the operation. Bandages will be off in a couple of days.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. You must be the police.
Yes, we are, Mr. Tillman. And I'm afraid we're going to have to place you under arrest.
What are you going to do? Send me to prison for the rest of my life?
Oh, there you are, Wade.
Wait a minute, Mr. Armstrong.
Now, just a minute. He's the troublemaker. I'm not the troublemaker, remember?
If you're waiting for me to apologize...
I don't think I'll live that long, Wade. I got to thinking about some of the things you said and a couple that you said. Well, I want your son here to know that whatever all this costs, I'll take care of it. And I'm taking care of your friend's operation, too.
New rules, Carl?
Why not, Wade? We wrote them, didn't we? What's the charges against him?
Robbery, felonious assault, extortion, attempt to injure with destructive devices.
All right. I'll have my attorneys go down to the DA's office and look into it. They're kind of young, but they're all smart. As a matter of fact, I got an angle on the case already.
Would you mind telling me what that is?
Get it before the oldest judge in the Superior Court. And I expect you to walk into that courtroom under your own power, so you better start thinking about getting up off of your backside.
Well, I'll be up, but I had a major heart attack with complications.
Complications? What do you know about complications? I had 2 heart attacks, both of them worse than yours.
Worse than mine. It couldn't have been. Mine was so bad, it felt like 2 elephants roosting on my chest. Worse.
You're lucky you didn't have a stroke with yours. I had a stroke with mine. Look at there, I still haven't got the use of that left hand all the way.
Reminds me of something else my grandfather said.
Oh, yeah? What was that?
First liar, don't stand a chance.
Of San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Karl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars Signe Hasso, Diana Douglas, Stephen Oliver. Tonight's episode, Chapel of the Damned.
How's it going today, Jesse? Just great, thanks.
It didn't go dead until after she got in the elevator. I seen her go in. I seen the elevator go up. I figured she was in there, you know?
Okay, Cyril, thank you very much for your help. And just give the officer a description of the car. Dick, when you call in telecommunications, I want 2 units to check the immediate vicinity. That car's gonna get dumped quick.
It was a maroon Thunderbird.
She's not dead. That I would know. You sure? Yes. Well, then what? Where is she? Now, listen to me, Eddie. Listen to me. You must have faith. She will come back.
Mrs. Sloan, according to the doorman, your daughter came in a little before 6 this morning. Is she in the habit of staying out that late?
Recently. She's been seeing this boy. Having an affair, if they still call it that.
What's his name?
Dillon. Mark Dillon. He has long hair and no manners and no prospects and no education. Oh, and Julie just happened to mention that he's been to jail. Perfect son-in-law.
She was with him last night?
Well, I assume so. Where else would she be until that hour?
Mike?
Oh, excuse me. Got anything?
Yeah, the cable of the TV monitor was gimmicked and all the leads were cut and taped.
This guy really knew what he was doing.
Looks like there were 2. One guy cut the cable, the other one went across the garage, hid in the elevator, then taped it up to look normal. What do you got?
Over here. Came in the morning mail. The recorder was in the case.
Do you know where your children are?
Yes, indeed.
Kidnapped.
Well, if you want to get her back.
Just sit down, relax.
Take it easy.
Say nothing at all.
No cops.
No cops. We want a lot of
Money.
We'll be in touch.
Sit tight.
Say nothing. We'll call when,
At the tone, the time will be 12 p.m. exactly.
The splicing tape. Could be prints on that.
Run it through the lab. Case 2.
Who's the other lady?
Friend of the family.
Bob, how you doing? Phone is here, and the junction box is in the other room. Let me show you.
What's that man doing?
Well, now, we would like to monitor the phone. You see, the people who have your daughter will try to contact you, and when they do, he'll be able to trace the call if the phone is monitored.
And then there'll be more police. And the FBI.
Yeah, we can request a bureau to come in after 24 hours if we really need them. But I feel we could really use the monitor on the phone.
All right. But please, be careful. He said no police. If they find out, they might... Look, I don't care about catching them. I just want my daughter back.
I understand how you feel, Mrs. Sloan. We'll do the best we can.
Ma'am, please don't touch that, will you? There might be fingerprints.
You won't find any.
How do you know that?
Madame Ophelia has special powers. She can sense things. Well, I conduct a circle of students who are interested in psychic phenomena. Mrs. Sloan is a member of my group. I've seen her do some incredible things. She can help us. I know she can. May I?
Yes, yes.
Now, what do you want to do? You want to hold the recorder?
Yes, you see, when people touch material objects, they leave traces of their aura.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I sense a Vishuddhi, Hindu word. Remember Adele, we spoke about the different chakras? Yes. A man with some trouble in his mouth, throat. Yes. Nothing more is coming through. I'm sorry, that's all. I can't tell anything else. I'm sorry. That's all.
Well, this case is as good as solved. All we gotta do is find someone with the Vishahuti in his kakara.
Yeah, you like that Vishahuti, huh?
What are you, a skeptic?
No, I'm just more interested in this part of him than I am in this part of him. Sounds like we start with the boyfriend, right?
Right, I got his phone number from the girl's address book, also where he works. You want to take him?
No. You go by yourself. I'll grab a cab and go downtown and check out his record.
Okay.
And Steve, take it easy with him, will you?
Why, you got another idea?
No, but he's done time, and it won't hurt him to think that somebody wants to send him back.
Well, why don't I go downtown?
What for?
I don't know, slip into a white suit, get in a white car.
Oh, come on now. Get it started and get out, will you? I know, you and your Vesuvia, huh?
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah?
Meyer wants to talk to you.
Hi. My name is Keller. Is there anywhere we can talk without catching pneumonia? How cold does it get in there anyway?
20 degrees.
20 degrees. Must take you a little while to get used to it, huh?
Yeah, well, it's worked. You said you want a few minutes?
Yeah. You know a girl named Julie Sloan?
Why?
Were you with her last night?
Look, what's this all about?
She was kidnapped.
What?
About 5:45 this morning, somebody got her.
Kidnapped.
Were you with her last night?
Yeah. Yeah, we caught a flick, and then we went back to my pet. She left sometime this morning. Went home.
You took her home, huh?
No. Like I told him, I was asleep. I don't even know what time she went.
You were asleep.
That's right.
That's great, just great. And who did you call after she left?
Nobody. Look, I know what you're trying to do, Stone.
I'm asking you, who did you call?
I didn't call anybody, I'm telling you. I don't know anything about
Now,
it.
you know the family's loaded, right? And we know that you like a good rip-off every now and then.
That was a long time ago.
2 years, just long enough to build up a good appetite. Yeah, grand theft auto. A Ferrari.
All right, so I got high with a bunch of guys, and I stole a car once. So what?
So don't try to con me. You set up that Sloan girl, didn't you?
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Sonny, your friends ran over a newsboy when they came out of that garage. He's dead, and we're talking about murder. If we don't get that girl back, you haven't got a prayer. Now, do you understand me?
All right, Mike. Easy. Did you get a cup of coffee?
I don't need a cup of coffee. I know his type. I've seen him on the streets for 20 years. They're all alike. They gotta make it big, and they gotta make it fast. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Sonny. If you don't spit out the truth, you and I are gonna have a talk. And it's gonna be soon.
Your partner's crazy.
No, he's not. No, he just thinks he's right. They say when you've been around long enough, you know.
You don't believe it, do you? Keller, I'm telling you the truth, and you've got to believe me. You have to.
All right, let's go through it again.
Hey, Mike. Just got a call. They found the car.
Where?
The Embarcadero. Tow truck just brought it in. Good.
What do you say, Charlie? Anything?
Yeah, the paint looks like it matches the flakes on the hit and run.
Any prints?
No, it's clean so far, but we got a good heel mark on the right front floor. It's a man's shoe, narrow, probably an Italian make or copy.
What's this?
That's sawdust. This was down there, too.
Broken glass?
Plastic. Contact lens.
Can you trace it?
Well, it depends on how much we have here. Possible to run a prescription down on it if we can reconstruct it. But that's a long shot.
Keep shooting, will you?
Okay.
Did you get anything?
Maybe. How about the boyfriend?
I let him go.
Why did you do that?
Because I believed him. I even believed you for a moment there, man. I thought you were going right down his throat.
Well, you got to yell at somebody once in a while, otherwise you get a nose sore.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
What do you mean?
Come on, we got exactly 20 minutes till the next phone call to Sloan's.
Is everything all right? Yes. Lieutenant, come on in.
The call come?
No. Madame Vasiliev has been trying to overlook the people who took Julie.
Oh, that's good. Now we've got 2 minutes left. And are you ready?
Yes, sir.
She has seen something. I want you to listen to her.
I appreciate your faith in that woman, Mrs. Sloan. But I think you'd better let us do this our way.
Well, just what have you done? Put a policeman in my living room. What good does that do? Look, I want you to listen to her. She knows.
Adele.
Olga, will you tell them, please?
It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't share our beliefs.
Look, if you feel something, you should tell us.
It's how the lieutenant feels that's important. If he's as skeptical as he looks, I'm sure he doesn't want to hear.
It's my business to be skeptical. And I don't mean to offend you.
Oh, you haven't, not at all. No, you're good at what you do, very good. As a matter of fact, I have great faith in you, even if you have none in me.
Thank you, you're very kind.
Lieutenant.
All set? Just keep calm. And agree to everything they say. Try to keep them talking.
Adele, trust him.
Hello?
Mrs. Sloan?
Yes, this is Mrs. Sloan.
Then you know who this is.
Yes. Where's my daughter? Where's Julie?
She's fine. You just pay attention, you hear? Pay real good attention. You go to the bank and get $100,000. Old bills, you understand? Then you go home and wait. We'll tell you what to do after you get the money. You've got 2 hours.
Wait, please. You heard his voice?
Yeah. I heard.
Not enough time for a trace.
Well, you just stay with it.
Lieutenant, please, you heard his voice. Won't you listen to Olga now?
I heard him say $100,000. Can you get that much?
Yes.
Well, then you go out and get it and bring it right back here.
Madam Vasiliev, before the call, you said you saw something.
No, I didn't see anything. I received a sense, an aura of a certain place.
Where Julie is?
I can't say that for certain, Adele.
Well, where is this place?
Well, I can't tell you an exact location, but the aura was blue.
A blue aura. Meaning what?
That's open to interpretation, but for me it would be sky, water, something cool, very cold.
Is that it?
Yes.
Things appear differently on the astral plane than they do in the material plane.
Well, I wish I could understand that. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to stick to my own plane.
Man, you must be something else with a jigsaw puzzle.
No contest. I don't think I ever finished one in my life.
Don't let Mike hear you say that.
And don't let Mike hear you say what?
Easy, Lieutenant, easy.
Okay. How you doing?
Doing it. Hey, why don't you two dudes back off a little bit, okay?
What's the matter? We troubling you?
Yeah, you bugging me.
Did you get the money?
No, she's still at the bank. They didn't have enough of the old bills on hand.
We got time still.
Yeah, this is a smooth operation. I don't think they'll go for a stall. We still have to mark the money when we get it together.
Mike?
Finally made it, huh?
Yeah, just don't anybody sneeze.
Central Optical Supply.
We know that's the company that made the blank.
I wish the prescription was more complete. Some sort of astigmatism.
It was smashed into a million pieces. It was the best the lab could do.
The company said it was a special lens. They also said that you were one of a half a dozen people who ordered it from them within the last year.
Yes. According to this information, it's a sports lens designed for strenuous activity. Has a groove around the edge to hold it in place. Now, I've only fitted one patient with it recently that I can recall. Here we go. Rubiro. Carlos Rubiro.
Got an address?
Yeah, 92 7th Street, Hotel Atlanta. You know this address is a year old?
Yeah, residential hotel. Probably still lives here. Well, thank you. We can manage. Search warrant.
This guy's been around.
Never mind where he's been. I want to know where he is. He's got Mrs. Sloane's number in his book. Yeah, it could be him. Fits with the sports lens, all right.
Here's the trophy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here's some other trophies, too. Look at this.
This guy really does get around.
At least we know what he looks like. Skeet shooter.
Think he's got the other one?
Maybe. Looks like a 12 gauge over and under. Fancy, too. Five, 7371.
7371?
Yeah.
Cal Pacific Airlines.
How did you know that? Now, you're not going to pull those parlor tricks on me, too, are you?
I called it yesterday.
Why is that?
Well, I had a little time saved up. I thought I'd take a little vacation.
A vacation?
Maybe.
Behind my back?
Well, it wouldn't be much of a vacation if I was with you.
Go ahead. You want to go on a vacation? Go on a vacation.
Who's this, Andy? Keller, yeah, how you doing? Good. Listen, you run an APB for us? Rubiro, R-U-B-I-R-O. Carlos, male Caucasian, about 5'10", 170 pounds, dark eyes, dark hair. No make on the clothes. Also, check with Cal Pacific Airlines. See if his name's in their passenger list, will you? Good. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Read this.
Waited till 9:30. Where were you? Mark.
As in Mark Dillon, right? The guy that you let go.
A blue aura.
What?
Madame Vasiliev, remember? She says it could have something to do with being cool. That's what her calling the shots.
Next, you'll be asking me what sign I was born
All right, forget about her. What about the sawdust in the car? They got sawdust in a nice house.
They sure do. And I'll bet Dylan left some on the squad room floor when you let him walk out. That's right.
Hey, Mr. Cowan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Listen, is Dylan around?
Oh, you're not going to be seeing him around here anymore.
Why is that?
Oh, look, you're a couple of cops, right?
Yeah.
You got to deal with that element. Me, I don't need the aggravation.
You fired him?
Yeah, as soon as he came back from seeing you.
You got an address?
Sure, it's in the office.
Listen, would you mind if we took a look around here first?
Well, what's the matter? You don't believe me?
No, it's not that. It's just that we're here. We're here, Mike. We're here.
Okay.
Is there any place that he ever hung out by himself, was alone, away from everybody else?
Well, storage room, I guess. He was icing it up for a big order we got coming in next week.
Mind if we took a look?
Sure, but nobody's going to be hiding in there, unless he's part polar bear. It's awful cold in that room. Here, you better take this Parker.
Come on, buddy boy. I get frostbite easy.
Buddy boy, huh? Yeah. Where do all these blocks come from?
Oh, they come from a chute over here. Need a new batch anyway. Stand back. Keep your feet out of the way.
Mike? Bureau.
Take the bag.
Right.
Time for another call, John. Hold it. Mike! Where'd he go?
Nobody came out here.
Double back.
I'm sorry, Mike.
You didn't spook him, I did.
I let him go, though. I didn't think he was a type.
That's all right. Let's put out an APB on him. Inspector's A1.
You got the money?
Yes? Is she all right? Let me talk to her, please.
Shut up and listen. Put the money in the case. You get one more call to tell you where to take it. 5 o'clock.
When did this come in?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh, dear God.
Mrs. Sloan.
No.
It's all right.
I'm all right.
Hey, sit down.
I'm
Sit
all
right
right.
there.
She's still alive, isn't she? They won't hurt her. Not if I do everything they say.
We'll never know that for sure. We just have to keep working. Now, listen carefully. Please, get some water.
Right.
Listen to me, Mrs. Sloan. Did you know a Carlos Ribeiro?
Yes, why?
We found your name in his address book. Now, it would help us if you told us everything you know about him.
We were involved with each other for a while. My husband's been dead for 6 years.
Then he knew Julie.
Naturally. But I haven't seen him recently. I became aware after a while that his motives were not what I thought they were.
He wanted money?
Yes.
Looks like he found another way to get it.
Do you think he's one of them?
Not anymore. He's dead. He could have been one of them, but somebody dealt him out. Did he know Mark Dillon?
No. Yes. Yes. Yes, they met here one night when Julie came home late. That boy did it, didn't he? With Carlos. And now he's got Julie.
Maybe. Where did you meet Ribeiro?
The chapel.
At the chapel?
It's the chapel of the mind.
Well, you really got to give her credit. She knows how to put a scene together.
Well, maybe you could get her to decorate your apartment.
Lieutenant Stone, what a pleasant surprise.
You mean to say you didn't see us coming in that little crystal ball of yours?
I see you have your information about psychic matters from the comic strips. I don't use the crystal.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought maybe you could look into it and tell us something about Carlos Ribeiro.
Won't you sit down, please? Over here, please. Carlos Ribeiro. Yes, please. Now, what about him?
Well, I'd rather hear it on your plane first, if you don't mind.
Not at all. He was a member of our group for a while, very interested in psychic phenomena, but he had no ability, a dilettante, really. So eventually I asked him to leave the congregation.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
Now, you haven't seen him in 6 months?
No? Why? Does he have anything to do with what's happening?
Well, not anymore. He's dead.
He's dead?
Murdered. In a place that had a very cold aura. An ice house.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Then apparently he was involved in what's happening. Lieutenant, are you implying that I am too?
I'm not going to imply anything. I'm going to just lay it right flat out. I don't think anybody could come up with 2 long shots like you did. First the guy on the phone, and then Ribeiro's body.
Well, I suppose I should be offended by what you're saying, Lieutenant, but I'm used to it. You're not the first person who does not believe that there are hidden mysteries because you can't see them or hold them in your hands. Less than 2 centuries ago, people were denying the existence of electricity for the same reasons.
All right, getting back to Mr. Ribeiro, excuse me. Can you tell us anything else about him?
Only that he existed in this world by playing on the emotions of wealthy women.
And you don't approve of that.
Lieutenant, I have been as patient as I feel I can be with you. I've told you I'll do nothing to interfere with your work. I've told Adele Sloan to put herself entirely in your hands. In fact, it was I who advised her to bring you people in, regardless of the message on the tape recorder.
You asked her to call us?
Yes, she wasn't going to. She was frightened because of what the message said.
I see. Well, then, I guess I owe you an apology.
You owe me nothing, Lieutenant, but your assurance that you'll do everything in your power to keep Julie alive. Please.
She's got to have a record as long
I'm
as
telling you, Bunko says she's clean.
What about aliases?
None that show up. No, look, they checked that chapel out the first day it opened. Like any other hustle, it all scans legit.
I don't believe it.
Well,
I must say, I don't believe what I see coming through that door either.
Dylan, what the...
Keller, I need help.
Okay, good, good.
And you got to keep him away from...
No problem. Here, sit down. Over there.
Look, Keller, what do I have to do to convince you guys that I haven't done anything?
Dylan, you ran.
I was scared. I got the phone call, and then your partner there kicked in my front door.
Now, wait a minute. What call?
Some guy. He said you were coming to bust me.
Did you notice anything funny about the way the guy talked?
Yeah. He stuttered. How'd you know about that?
Mike?
I came here to talk to you, not him.
That's all right, son. Why did you come here?
Well, where could I go? How far could I get? Look, whatever it is that's happening, I need help. I got no place else to go for it.
Did you write this?
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Never mind. Did you write it?
Yeah.
To whom?
Julie. Who else?
Homicide, Stone. Yeah, where? Got it. Steve.
Yeah.
Put somebody on. Mrs. Sloan got her call.
Where are we going?
Telephone booth, airport.
Andrews.
Hello?
You brought cops with you.
No, I came by myself, as you said.
You're a liar. There are cops all over the place. You think we don't know what's going on?
No, please, look, I brought the money. Just tell me what to do with it.
All right, lady, just shut up and listen. You do exactly what I say. Put the case on the ledge next to the phone.
It's there.
Now, count to 5 and then knock it over. Make it look like an accident.
Yes.
Under the seat, there's another case. Exchange them. Then go down to the helicopter waiting area and sit tight.
All right.
They told her to go someplace else.
Well, the figures they know we're around. They're going to try to shake us.
Something's wrong. I'll sit next to her, see what they said.
Oh, they spot you.
We gotta do something.
Well, let's give it another 10 minutes.
Hey, Olga, you got it?
Yes, I've got it.
Then he said he knew that the police were there and that he would kill her, and that there was this case at the bottom of the phone booth, and that I should switch them and then just come here and wait.
Matching case, we should have figured that.
Well, you can't figure them all. It's all right, Mrs. Sloan. Come on, we'll drive you home.
You think they'll let her go?
We'll just have to wait.
Rob, check out that body. I'll call an ambulance and notify homicide.
Baby. Baby.
I'm all right.
Are you all right?
Yes, Mother, I'm all right. Honestly, Mother, I'm all right.
Julie, I'm Lieutenant Stone of the police department. Are you strong enough to answer a couple of questions?
Yes, I think so.
Now, I know this is unpleasant, but the man that was killed, was he one of them?
Yes, he's the one I had to stay with.
Was there anybody else involved?
Carlos Ribeiro.
Anybody else?
No, just the two of them.
No, there's got to be a third somewhere.
Mark Dillon.
Mark?
He's one of them. I know he is. If you find him,
Mrs. Sloan, we know where he is. At least for the last couple of hours.
Julie, the man that was killed, did you hear the shot?
Yes.
Well, now, this is very important, Julie. Do you know how much time it took between the time you heard the shot and the time the policeman found you?
I'm not sure, but I think it was just a few minutes.
It can't be Dillon. He couldn't have pulled the trigger.
Well, he could have set it up. Gave himself a perfect alibi.
How could I set up anything? I was here all the time.
Could be the truth, son. Or it could be a pretty smart move.
Print report they found on the shotgun, Mike. They belong to Dillon.
Oh, that's beautiful. What, he shoot the guy by ESP?
Dillon, you heard the man. Now let's hear it from you. How did your prince happen to get on Ribeiro's shotgun?
Ribeiro set me up. I was the real pigeon, Ribeiro, my friend. That's why he offered me a ride home that day. He had the guns in the car. Here, Dillon, look at the pretty little gun. My fingerprints all over the place.
Well, we've only got one suspect left.
Preserve thee with a sword. Destroy thee with a pentacle. Redeem thee
Party's over, madam.
Don't be disturbed, anyone. I'll be back in a moment. This way, please. You hold this one, please. Thank you. This time, I think you do owe me an apology, Lieutenant.
There's a sucker born every minute, isn't there?
I beg your pardon?
All these years, it's been nickels and dimes, hasn't it? Nickels and dimes, until you met Mrs. Sloan. And then she was big money. She was worthy of your best effort. Only it had to be a perfect con job. No witnesses. That's why you killed those two stooges who did the kidnapping for you, isn't it? That left you $100,000 in unshared profit.
We never have communicated very well, Lieutenant, but this time I'm not following you at all.
Oh, it's not a matter of you following me. It's always been a matter of me following you right down the path that you laid out. First, it was the broken lens. That led us right to Ribeiro. And then it was the sawdust, a note. That led us right to Dillon, and he was the best one, wasn't he? He was the perfect suspect. Because once we found his fingerprints on that shotgun, he could cry innocent all he wanted to, but we wouldn't believe him because he was a perfect ex-con. The perfect criminal type.
Really, Lieutenant?
It would have worked. It really would have. Except he didn't react like a criminal. Do you know where he was when you pulled that trigger? Headquarters. He's been there since 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Are you finished?
No. You are. You're under arrest for kidnapping and murder.
Arrest? You can't arrest me. What are you going to use for evidence? Your fantasies?
No, no fantasies. We figured you'd object, knowing the law the way you do. So we brought along a search warrant.
Mike, I got it.
You never should have looked. Booker.
Well, the doctor wants to keep her here overnight. But I can take her home tomorrow.
Well, that's good. I don't know whether you can stand any more good news or not, but we recovered your money for you.
Oh, that's good. I'd have gladly given it up, though, you know. Important thing is to get Julie back.
Look, Mrs. Sloan, I realize that it's none of my business, but Dillon, he's...
What about him?
Well, he just isn't all that bad. He was very concerned about what happened to Julie.
Yes, I suppose he was. Well, that's really Julie's decision now, isn't it? And after all, she's old enough to live her own life now. Oh, would you excuse me a minute? I must call Madame Vasiliev and tell her what's happened.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd call her. I'll bet she already knows what happened.
Of course. Of course she does.